morning, welcome, good morning, Of course, we are back with your consistent updates on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Like we've always been saying, we've always been doing. Over here, you're the best, constant update. And of course, as it stands now, company, if you are in Kumasi and Ghana, there is no other running sports show because of the Christmas. But we committed to be with you back to back. We'll be giving you the tidbits around the world, the various teams, normal tidbits. Then we'll do proper analysis as well. We're on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. So like we always do, if you're not subscribed, I think that you have to subscribe now. You should pause the video, go back and subscribe to the channel and turn on notification. Now, yesterday I was notified from YouTube that apart from Ghana, your biggest viewership is in US of A, and then the next one is in the UK. So guys, all of you, more Ghana, more USA, more UK, once a big thank you to you and Merry Christmas to you. Obviously also the fourth one, hey Nigerian brothers, once a big thank you to all the Nigerians who also do tune in. Once a big thank you to you and Merry Christmas to all of you. Michelle, take care of yourself, guide yourself. Let us come back during the new year and have a good conversation. As in Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube, obviously, and then we'll talk about a lot of things. We'll do a lot of tidbits. If you follow the sports in Kumasi, some of the things that they do, the tidbits around the world, some of the things that goes on, some of the interesting stuff, then we'll do the proper analysis that were on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. So thank you very much for having me here. I think that the first thing and then is on my chat sheet is the fact that, and when I found out, say, the selling price of Manchester United for Jadon Sancho at the end of the season to Chelsea at 25 million, I was like, wow. Who said Jadon Sancho is on loan to Chelsea? It was a loan with, I think, an optional obligation to buy. I'm not so sure. Now, Andrea, according to some of the outlets close to player now, Chelsea was supposed to do weekly assessment of the player, monthly assessment of the player, and then ascertain Sam Pampa, they would want to keep him or not. Now, almost shared the way I'm born home money. According to them, the sporting directors of what Chelsea Nigeria to me say Jadon Sancho is their guy, and they would want to have him for 25 million per for Manchester United. And the story is very simple, written over there. And I'm gonna say Jadon Sancho is playing a lot, and he's very happy with Maresca. And Chelsea are very happy about Sancho's training sessions and his attitude generally. He has very good connection with his teammates, and Chelsea are looking at having him for 25 million. They're not so good news. Barcelona. Oh, I want to say, over there, as you go on, still Chelsea player, friend of Benjamin Chilwell has not gotten a club. Benjamin Chilwell, Eric, so better for another 6 months. So we're in a club, free Chelsea in January. So it's not a good one for Benjamin Chilwell. He's looking for a club. Very important for our branch friend in Benjamin Chilwell. So being a club quickly. No, I'll probably take Ben Chilwell at Tottenham Hotspur. That's Jimmy O'Hara and Okasa. Benjamin Chilwell is holding us by the balls. His situation isn't easy for Chelsea. Like I said about the salary of Joe Chelsea, and the fact that a lot of the clubs in English Premier League, may not be able to afford the salary of Benjamin Chilwell at Chelsea. Hence, Chelsea don't know if they should sell him. Chelsea are not getting the suitors like that, and Chelsea also not playing him, but paying him every week, which is a bad one. We may ultimately have to terminate his contract for him to leave. The problem is that he signed a new contract, £200,000 a week, and with his injury issues, age, and loss of form, absolutely no club in the Benjamin Chilwell £200,000 a week. That is money already too much for fullback, unless you are world-class brackets like James over there. So considering how players think, he won't forfeit a handsome wages to leave unless players Chelsea agree to pay him off a big percentage of his wages while on loan somewhere. Else it's going to be very difficult for Benjamin Chilwell. So we're free Chelsea. Enzo Fernandez has spoken in an interview. He spoke about the time at Chelsea, what has been going on, how he wants to play matches, links and a lot of good stuff. Also, in the life of Enzo Fernandez, of course, we'll talk about games also on Thursday. Chelsea, any team, your friend Fulham, but another very tricky game. I said Chelsea, it's very important. And over the last few days, Marcus Rashford and saying Semekoso Manchester United has triggered something or Catalonia club or Barcelona. Now what we are hearing is simple. Barca would love to do a swap deal. Marcus Rashford can play on both wings. Now, Lamine Yamal who prepare. na say Barca for here an extra winger. If you remember, Barca really wanted a left winger in a brand friend, Nico Williams. Now they didn't get him in the summer as the boy decided to stay at Athletic Bilbao. Now with Insemi Kosi with Marcus Rashford and the fact that he can play a left winger, I say people in Barcelona started hearing bizarre questions say can they get Marcus Rashford? But yesterday I loved how Manchester United for coach Ruben Amorim having a discussion about Marcus Rashford. And it was simple, it was verbatim, it was straightforward. Say, the handlers of Manchester United, of Marcus Rashford, man, interview, more dropping at that point in time, that he doesn't think Marcus Rashford the air side, but he respects Marcus Rashford. He wants to improve Marcus Rashford. Into Rashford, into back to train. Yes, he is handling it well. That may not be the real issue, but I think Ruben Amorim handle Marcus Rashford issues, and of course, history, and they said Barcelona would want to use Ansu Fati as a swap deal for Abrantia friend Marcus Rashford to join them at Manchester United. But Ansu Fati, as we know, has some few recurring foot injuries and are affecting the time our FC Barcelona. But away from that, Ansu an excellent player. Mind you, when Ansu broke onto the scene, he was seen as a player waiting by the Nestle or Messi and Nede Uncle for Lamine Yamal. It was Ansu Fati a few years ago, a couple of years ago. Ansu Fati and Uncle for Gina Hossa. But then, of course, injuries, consistent one, staying out of the club, and they signed him and is beginning to affect him. That's where the last time I was telling Barca for one is they need to manage a bunch of Lamine Yamal here. Because that's recurring ankle injury is not good for a young player like him. Now, injuries seem to be recurring because players play a lot of games and there's always wear and tear and muscle on them. Now, these guys have to be very careful. If they want to show the year, not consistently, almost ball players, no play, then they will go on and to a certain point now, these players' careers will be truncated and not a good one for them. Ronald Araujo is expected, strong desire to start Barcelona. So, before Ronald Araujo, he was looking for contract extension of Barcelona, Nani in Sankai, and he was of course courting with other clubs away from Spain, some clubs in Germany, Bayern Munich, money and the other. The last time I didn't come say, so we shared the fact that Chelsea in your right centre back in the absence of Abrantia, your friend Wesley Fofana. Now the depths on our Chelsea issue, to me say it's likely say Obi to say Axel de Sassi Beko. And then I say buying for Leverkusen is one of the clubs almost person would didn't come out for Axel de Sassi and possibly moving for him. Now for Axel de Sassi then Chelsea need an aggressive aerial duel winner, ball playing leader, experienced centre back, and one of the players I basically between Abrantia and Ronaldo Araujo. But this morning, managing Barca air report according to Dario Sport, Barcelona come on air report said Ronaldo Araujo I expressed some results in Barca. He does not want to leave FC Barcelona. He wants to stay in there and then get on and play some football. Of course, still staying in Barcelona. No, obviously, there is nothing to worry about at Barcelona losing. There is only anger among the players. According to some of the Barca outlets, when we didn't come out about FC Barcelona over there. Still, yes, Nico Williams is still part of Barcelona targets. Now, Barca's plan is to sign a winger before signing a striker because the club's counting on Robert Lewandowski. In fact, the conversation is that Barca still believe that Robert Lewandowski can be the guy. So they have to focus on signing a winger before any other thing can be done over them at FC Barcelona. Of course, the conversation. Of course, still there is an interest in FC Bayern Munich player Joshua Kimmich from FC Barcelona, an important player from Joshua Kimmich, seen as an important player, somebody that we want to have in their ranks. And Barca are looking at players Mr. Joshua Kimmich to come and be part of our team. They'll have a conversation to see how good they can be. Of course, and now Madrid players now have a break to go away and have some time with our family. And now Rodrigo Goes with his kids, Ravi and Ryan, and their mother. Rodrigo Goes sending them, of course, 3 kids and Onyomo, Ravi and Ryan, and Onyomo have a good time after getting a break from the team. Obviously, Nacho Fernandez away from FC Real Madrid. In Saudi Arabia, he didn't come about Real Madrid, and he says that back home again, I miss them a lot. I hope they will win the titles next year, and we'll be here to support them. Talking about the former team, Real Madrid. Your fans, Real Madrid defender over there, Antonio Conte 2023. Rudiger was the winner this year, almost the best Madrid player of the year. Nacho, the Madrid players, no Kokushiomo, before they went away on a very, very important break on Babako until the 30th of December. And Mbappe to Vasquez after his goal. Said Bombazo, of course, Federico Valverde, goal no share for Madrid, was very, very important. And we are seeing Vinicius Jr. and a new haircut for the break now all corner. It's going to be an interesting one for our brand friend Vinicius Jr. getting a new haircut for Tima, your friend Real Madrid. So I think that's also the update from Real Madrid. When you go into the English Premier League, there's a lot going on, man. I mean, didn't come about Chelsea game or money full of everybody over here. We'll bring you the back-to-back updates. I want Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Don't go nowhere. Always stick and stay with us. Now, one of the questions of the day, maybe some simple. And now, Opta say, Cole Palmer has created the most chances in the Premier League this season, 47. It's the most by a Chelsea player between the start of the season and Christmas since Eden Hazard in 2018-2019. Doesn't mean, say Chelsea, or any other new Eden Hazard. And according to Opta, since 2018-2019 season, Eden Hazard, from the start of the season to the Christmas period, created 48 chances. Now, Cole Palmer created 47 this season. It is the most since Eden Hazard time. No, what Chelsea, is Cole Palmer the new Eden Hazard or Chelsea? And I do believe so. So Cole Palmer, the new Eden Hazard for Chelsea Football Club. But Arsenal, and now some injuries not good enough for Mikel Arteta, Bukayo Saka, and he has to make sure that he puts his acts together. Uti Mikel Arteta, or say it's an opportunity, a new challenge for them to also try and solve such a problem for them in midweek. Also, Arsenal, about Chelsea, about Liverpool, about Man City, about all of the teams are playing. Then on Saturday, there are games. On Sunday, there are games. Next week, Wednesday, there's games. So consistently, throughout the Christmas period, there's constant games. Our English Premier League, and something that we'll be talking about, obviously. Now, Anslot and in the Liverpool team, the question that we are having for you also for Anslot and the Liverpool team, and they say, did Anslot show that they can win English Premier League against Tottenham Hotspur? Because so Oshe game over against Tottenham, beating them by 6 goals to 3. Yeah, it was emphatic. But there's another school of thought that says that Anslot team, everybody beats Tottenham. It is Oshe Tottenham Hotspur. I want Shenanya Bibiasa. And Shenanya Diggy so I should Tottenham Hotspur. I mean, we should give you a lot of credit for that job done. But what I'm saying is that if you can go to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium and be this dominance there, then you deserve some credit. Again, Chelsea was dominant. That's why we give them the credit. So I think that some credit should go to them. I have said it several times. Now, my biggest worry with Liverpool almost squad depth now when Shedani, I mean, in certain positions they do. As goalkeeper, say Alisson Becker Ibra, Kalmin Kelleher is excellent. He's a very good replacement. He comes in, solves the problem. At right centre back, where Ibrahima Konate is. So Ibrahima Konate, Joe Gomez, I had questions about him, but in the last few games, he has proven to be good enough. Virgil van Dijk, I doubt Liverpool will get the replacement for him with his experience when he gets injured the long term. Trent Alexander-Arnold, who said Conor Bradley, when he comes on, has been fairly okay. Is he as good in terms of influencing games, build up the various phases of play like Trent Alexander-Arnold? It's something I really question to an extent. Of course, at right back, Konstantinos Tsimikas seems to be a very good one. In fact, at the beginning of the season, he was playing consistently ahead of Andy Robertson. Now, in the middle of the pack, Ryan Gravenberch, Alex McAllister, Domenico Szoboszlai. Obviously, there is also Endo Ouattara. If injuries come, what is the replacement for them? Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott, all of these guys are on Fiifi, but after somebody like Mohamed Salah, and Oshe, the game Mohamed Salah boy against over the weekend against Tottenham Hotspur, and everybody's saying that Mohamed Salah is probably one of the greatest players ever in the history of the English Premier League, and he was solid. In fact, in terms of goal contributions, goals and assists there, Mohamed Salah is up there. I've seen a lot of Chelsea fans argue, say he will not come close to Eden Hazard. The only thing is that, see, the currency of the game is about goal contribution, goals, assists are very, very important in games. And that's something that Eden Hazard really didn't have, time in our Chelsea Football Club. So, I mean, people always use that as a disadvantaged team. But aesthetically pleasing games when you watch Eden Hazard, and obviously he was one of the best players in the English Premier League. In fact, people are arguing, say Mohamed Salah is the best African player, African performing player, our English Premier League in terms of African players. Some about home modern power, our English Premier League. They said it is Abrantia F1 Mohamed Salah because I mean you're spot on. The modern day winger, the one that can cut in, that can create chances. Like I call them the wide creator. Or we were from 10-1 cut in, or create separation, send goals, or 60 goals I mean, Mohamed Salah is top notch. Mohamed Salah, player here, you just cannot take anything away from Abranti friend Mohamed Salah and how good he does. And over the weekend, he showed it against Tottenham Hotspur. And I mean, one of the reasons why you think that Liverpool can go on and they show consistent performance and go ahead and win. It's something that they have to go on and then do their job. Bayern Munich are considering a shock Bundesliga move for Borussia Dortmund English player Bjorn Jamie Gittens, our Germany player Bayern Munich for very, very good player from England. And it's a player that's buying for nation to probably go in and then grab him in there. Still, our Italian Serie A, AC Milan manager, boss Paulo Fonseca is still under pressure. And the France defender Enzo Fernandez could lead to 27-year-old's exit from the club. Was Fonseca and Enzo Fernandez. There were big issues, tension between both of them. And wait to see how that goes, of course. And now we enter the news proper. Our Chelsea Football Club and the things that's going on over there. Some of the interesting conversation. This morning we are picking up our Chelsea over there. We have a conversation. Can't believe Maresca's team is making ESPN pundits speak some sense. Of course, people talking about the fact that in the last few months ago, now people were writing out Chelsea, but now obviously they are playing very well. Steve Nico, you are asking for a different type of performance over there, and he's talking about Chelsea performance away at Tima, your friend Everton, and how good Chelsea were with respect to that over there, and how they had a conversation over there. And now, English Premier League postee Chelsea season in 2004-2005, the fewest ever goals conceded in the English Premier League season. I say the fewest goals conceded by a team in this season is 16. Liverpool and Arsenal. That means that Chelsea's incredible 2004-2005 campaign, where they conceded only 15 goals, remains a Premier League record for another season. Selbekaya in 2004-2005. I mean, some of us were younger, but then again, we saw it where Chelsea boss last season 2004-2005 conceded just 15 goals. And so there was a time where I saw a post from John Terry, and I'll explain. Also, no company name just 13 or so. Because one of the games on Moby, Peter Check I saw, and also one of the games on also on MB. So that's the thing. And it's that time now the defenders, Paulo Forella, William Carvalho. Of course, there was a bunch of friends, Peter Check, John Terry, and William Gallas. And Chelsea had a rock solid defense in 04-05, building such a formidable team. And this season, the team are considered the least goal Liverpool and its my friend Arsenal. Both of them were 16. So that record still there, and there's no way Chelsea are going to lose that record as it stands now over there in terms of how good Chelsea have been over there. Enzo Fernandez had an interview in the last few days talking about how his life has changed with respect to, born under new manager Enzo Maresca and what really happened. So when the season really began, Enzo Fernandez was struggling. In fact, from last season, so Enzo Fernandez had this hernia issue. Now, Onya on the ball, Simone, in fact, of share a free kick away at Villa, or be a Valmo celebration. Now, from there, Enzo Fernandez's performance hasn't been good. Even this season, there were times where people were considering, say, just in dropping Enzo Fernandez. Now, he talks about what Enzo Maresca the boy, during times and all struggle physically and of course psychologically for him to get back to his best. Of course, everybody knows as it stands now, Enzo Fernandez is really playing well. He's one of the best players at Chelsea. Or some good football at Chelsea, and everybody's giving him a lot of credit for it. And he spoke in that interview with ESPN Spain, spoke extensively about what exactly was done, how Enzo Maresca helped him, how important he is as a player to him. And he goes on to have the conversation. Enzo Fernandez says that I learned the position in which I had to play. Over time, I got an idea what the coach wanted. He explained to me what he wanted, and I was getting the concept. Reading games, there is still a long way to go. On a personal level, I've been feeling very good. The team has shown a very strong character, always working with humility and showing that great things can be achieved. There is still a long way to go, and then that's exactly what we want to have. In that interview, he spoke about a lot of things, talking about how Enzo Maresca trained and how he gave him one of his assistants, Son Juma personally. It was Bernardo Cueva actually, Obuano specifically in the various areas he would want to get him in. He made sure that he would give him an assistant who could speak Spanish so that it could be clear which zones he wants him to be in build-up without the ball, how much space he's supposed to recover, how much space he's supposed to come and defend in, whether wide zones, small zones and stuff like that, all the various details that he needed from a player of the quality of Enzo Fernandez, and of all of that conversation was had. In fact, he goes on in his interview, speaking about the difficulty when he arrived and all of the things that went on. So when I arrived, it was very difficult. The first year and the first and half year, Chelsea changed a lot of managers. The club wasn't doing very well. Personally, I had injuries as well. I was not satisfied with what I had been showing. Then I got injured. Many adverse things happened. I tried to move forward, but today I feel very good, and so does the team. And we hope to continue on this part, talking about when he got in and how things were not going well, how the Chelsea system. And so like, Enzo Fernandez has suffered. He played at the Frank Lampard, played at the Graham Potter, played at the Mauricio Pochettino. All of the managerial changes, he has been there. He has been there in all of them. And it's something that I think really did affect him. But psychologically, he sees he's in a very, very good place right now as it stands. And that should be a good one for him. And Alan Shearer had a conversation around Chelsea. He said, I don't think many Chelsea fans tipped them to start a season to win the league. In the position they are in, it's very difficult to turn around and see a definite no. I still think they will have a little blip and don't expect them to win. But they are having an unbelievable season in how good that they have been over there, in terms of how good Chelsea have been in there. In times, treacherous conditions, of course, Chelsea talking about time and Omkobo against Everton, and how it was a very, very bad condition for playing football. The Blues battled hard and ended up a point. On another day, it could easily have been 3, but Everton's chances after the break meant that by full time, a draw was a fair result over there for them, and they wait to see how that one goes in terms of how Chelsea have been playing. I mean, in January, we are hearing say Chelsea want to revisit that conversation of Victor Osimhen or your interview, and Victor Osimhen says that he likes the life of Galatasaray. He's excited about Galatasaray, and how good he's enjoying the Turkish Premier League. In fact, according to Victor Osimhen, they are unbeaten in the Turkish Premier League this season, and also in Europe this season, and it's a good one for them. They want to continue on that path in terms of how they want to play their football over there. Into Temuka against Fulham, God willing, tomorrow will bring you the in-depth tactical analysis against Fulham. If you watch the Fulham side, they play in a 4-2-3-1. Marco Silva, stubborn, aggressive, defensive manager. One of the managers, a lot of managers' headache, a lot of team stressful days. Hey, I brought your friend Marco Silva. He has been solid from the days at Everton and, of course, to Fulham. He has shown himself a top manager, and he knows exactly what he wants to do. We use 2 wingers, like they come inside closer to the goal. Alex Iwobi as an inside number 10, one of their best players this season. More of a creative winger or an inside winger, tasked to finding space, splitting passes this season and deciding the moments for them, which is very important. And of course, there's also on the other side, there is Wilson, who is the other winger. So usually, Wolves, Fulham, it is Robinson, Cuenca, Diop, and then of course there is Tete up top. Then there is Berg, Lucic, Pereira, Alex Iwobi, Wilson, and then up top there is Jimenez up top for them, who's a very, very good player. Wilson, most especially attacks the far post to be the goal scorer for Wilson. Comes alive in the box, especially from the bench. Some won games for them. He's an important player. I think that such a Fulham team now, they don't just only the regular middle table Premier League side. They go long from the back. They mix it up. Sometimes they play short. Sometimes they try to build up through presses, and sometimes they go long as well, going to Raul Jimenez up top. And Fulham normally, a side that tries to play football, playing out from the back, building up in the 4-2 shape, and spreading the back line. Sometimes someone ball with this Nigerian player, what's his name? Calvin Bassey. Bassey plays around the center back, sometimes with Diop or with Chionem or with Cuenca. They open up the back and then play out from the back. Sometimes trying to, get some foothold of the game, play some good stuff. And it's very clear. It's a game very, very open. It's not going to be as very condensed and compact as the Everton game. The thing with Fulham is that they work as hard as team and friend Everton. Without the ball, they come back, they cover the spaces, they work hard without it, they're aggressive, they're in your faces. And like managers in the BR, there's no easy game. Our English Premier League name, and you're expecting to say there isn't going to be an easy game a day. They are in the best ball playing side. Sometimes I should have kept. I think that Fulham using a back four means that Chelsea essentially will have to change something around the play. If their wingers don't track back adequately, there is natural space for 1v1s, and that's where we need our wingers to come in. And I think that Everton element is sad, They knew that, yes, Cole Palmer is good, but one of the strengths of Chelsea had a 1v1 threat from outward, and they didn't allow that at all. They made sure there was always 3v1 or 2v1, so you just pass back, and Chelsea will really need wingers in the game against Fulham. I mean, I'm watching, we'll delve deeper into it, but this is where we draw the curtain on this morning on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. See you in the afternoon. Bye-bye.